2024 CR 4655A for the state.
Andrew Harris, Salem.
Defense.
Good afternoon, Judge Alfonso Cabaña for Samuel Albert.
Counsel, in each of the cause numbers, have you received all of the discovery and that you review it with your client?
I have received the discovery, Your Honor.
All right. And each cause number, the court will, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
And each cause number, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. State and the cause number ending in 4655A, cause number ending in 4656A. Are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
I believe so, Your Honor.
That makes those cases second-degree felonies. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Sure.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea, understand?
Good.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into pleas in these cause numbers? Counsel, in each of the cause numbers, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor, he did.
Do you believe he has a right consideration? CM 11820 2024 CR 4655A. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Good.
And to the enhancement allegations, how do you plead? True or not true?
Yes, that's true.
Well, I mean, are they true or are they not true?
Come on, man.
John, are you okay? John, are you okay for another probation?
Yes, Judge.
Court is calling 2024 CR 008370, State of Texas versus Ricky Pardo.
Present, Your Honor.
Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris, Salem.
Defense.
Michael DeLeon for Mr. Pardo.
And are you Mr. Pardo?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Pardo, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you all applying for deferred or no?
No, just regular probation.
Did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Pardo, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with injury to the child or elderly or disabled with bodily injury as a third-degree felony?
Yes, ma'am.
Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do believe he's currently competent and sane at the time of the offense.
Mr. Pardo, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the document off the record for a moment? Excuse me, everyone who's behind the court reporter. Y'all need to be quiet because we're on the record and it's making it difficult, I'm sure, for her to hear. All right, we're back on the record. State is taking in consideration 734721. There's to be restitution of $50 to Carlos Cantu. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No motions, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 6 years and there be no contact with Carlos Cantu and 200 hours of community service restitution and a TAP evaluation. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plea? Guilty?
No contest.
Okay. State any evidence.
Standing exhibit 1 and attachments, Your Honor.
We reviewed that, Your Honor. We have no objection.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to a jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states one in attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We're just asking the court to abide by the plea agreement, Your Honor. We've agreed to 6 years probation. We think it's appropriate. As far as maybe the community service, are you working right now, sir? Yes, I got work. He's working right now. He's looking forward to going back to work. I don't know if there's anything the court could do to maybe probate some of that community service. I can do.
All right, how old are you?
44, man.
So what bar was this? What's the name of the bar?
CNL.
I'm sorry, what?
CNL.
C&L?
Yeah, it's right there on Freeway and Brazos.
All right, why were you taking a machete to a bar?
I didn't have no machete, man.
No, the police report says that you
I
were
went
in
to-
possession of a machete. They're not saying you used it.
Oh, no, I didn't have. I went to the hospital that day on May 19. I got locked up.
No, this is what it says. It says additionally, victim stated that during that incident, you were also in possession of a machete. And then they said that they've had problems with you in the past. And then they asked you to leave because the bar was closing. And then you started pouring gasoline on the patio, threatening to burn the bar down. And then you ended up hitting the complainant with a pool stick. And then said that you're going to go back to the complainant's residence and burn the house down.
Oh, man.
And then the police found you at the complainant's residence.
They were renting a room to me. I was at home when I got beat up. That same night I got locked up. I went to the hospital because I got beat
Well,
up.
here's the thing. Are you saying that none of this is true? Because if it's not, if you want a jury trial, we'll,
No, that's true. You're right there, man.
all right. So why are you pretending like it's not true? So I'm trying to figure out what conditions to set for you. Did you have mental health issues? Were you highly intoxicated? You're at a bar.
Probably just young. Don't remember too much of it.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
How many?
4.
What are their ages?
The youngest is 7. The oldest is 14.
All right. When's the last time you saw your children?
It's been a while.
All right. So how often have you used drugs in the past?
I just drink.
All right.
Yeah, I just drink, man.
All right. And where were you employed?
Self-employed. I work for some guy named Ed Bishop.
Doing what?
Self-employed. Landscape.
Okay. This is what the court is going to do. The court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 6 years, $2,000 fine, probated. Take in consideration 734721, restitution of $50 to Carlos Cantu, no contact with Carlos Cantu, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, TAP evaluation in custody, follow recommendations, MIC evaluation. If the TAP evaluation is done before the MIC evaluation, the MIC evaluation can be done out of custody. They're telling me it's taking 2 weeks for TAP. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. I'm going to order 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm also going to order parenting classes. Once you complete the parenting classes, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And there's to be 120 sober meetings in 120 days. Probation, is there anything else that he needs? Is there anything else that you need from the court to be successful?
When will I be released so I can go back to work?
All right, you'll have to talk with probation about that. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
That's it. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, here's the thing. You're one of those people who cannot drink, so do not drink, and you're not allowed to drink while you are on probation. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Judge.
You're welcome.